What's going on, guys? It's your main man James. In this video I want to show you a really nice method to do affiliate marketing. This is a brand new method. There's free traffic, free tools, everything that I'm about to talk about. You can get started right away without paying a dime. All right, so let's get into it. So if you Google something like this I have here, professional Mac apps used by creators. And it's important for you guys to understand where it says professional, right? We want professional because professionals are interested in buying content. So if you Google for something like this, you're going to go in here and you can kind of read all about it. And you're going to see that one of the apps is called Final Cut Pro. And you can kind of learn about it here. You can go to this page here. You can kind of understand it. And so this is a great app. I use this app myself all the time. And it's a series of non-linear video editing software first developed by Macromedia and later Apple Inc. So essentially, it's an app that I use to make videos such as this one. And so this is very important. So, and if you go in here, Final Cut Pro usage market share, you can see that Final Cut Pro commands 25.52% market share. And this is what Final Cut Pro looks like. So here I have another video here that I was working on for another project of mine. And you can do a lot of interesting things, right? You can edit videos. So for instance, I have different styles here. I can do something like this, and here I can put that, and it's gonna create this kind of a window style. I can do that. I can kind of disable that first one. I can disable. There's lots of interesting things that you can do. But one of the more interesting things about Final Cut Pro is things like titles. So if I go in here and I come here, I have something called titles. So for instance, I can scroll up. I have a lot of different titles. And an example of a title would be something like text, right? So I put a text here, I extend it, and people do that all the time. And now I have a piece of text and I can edit it. I can make it bigger. It's called a title. I can change it. I can say James Hustle here. I can do a lot of interesting things. And there's lots of different titles, there's lots of different effects, there's lots of different ways of making great content. So for instance, if I delete this title and let's say I go into different presets. So if I drag and drop this presets, take a look at this one. It creates kind of like an old school kind of this futuristic look. In fact, this is an 8mm film scan. There's lots and lots of ways. Take a look at this one right here. Look how amazing it looks. Increasing the quality of your production. And so some of these plugins are paid plugins, meaning that you have to go out and you have to actually pay for these plugins. Other plugins are free, and a lot of people, when they get started with Final Cut Pro and they want to become more professional, they typically need to create great content. And yes, they can go out and do this themselves. They can create these plugins themselves, but it's going to take a lot of time. And you need to know how to do it. And that is why what a lot of people do is they either go out and get free plugins, meaning like all of this stuff that allows you to make this content better, to improve it in some way, or they go out and pay for these plugins. And so there's lots of things that you can do, guys. It's crazy. There's generators. I have transitions. So take a look. I have a transition, so I can break this. I can break this clip into two. I can put a transition in the middle. And that way it's going to have this really nice transition. So for instance, I'm talking right here. This is an end of the first clip and then the beginning of the second clip. So you can do really great things using these extensions and plugins. And so what you guys want to do is you can come in here. You can simply go to Google and you can type Final Cut Pro free plugins. And there's a whole market for it, right? So for instance, I type it. And I scroll down, it says 17 most popular free and paid Final Cut Pro plugins. Best free plugins for Final Cut Pro. Top 10 free plugins, top 15, free plugins. So if we open one of these pages up right here, all right, so I just opened this page. Let's open up another page so we can get a better idea of what they are. And so I have a bunch of pages open, right? So this is the first page here. And if we scroll down, you have part 1, top 17 Final Cut Pro plugins for editors, right? And so what you guys want to do is you want to look at two things. The first thing you want to look at is free plugins. You want to create a list of free plugins. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my editor here, and I'm going to create a new file here, okay? I'm going to create a new document. So here I have a document. What I want to do is I want to go and find the free plugin. So it says here, free and vertical download. I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to go in here, copy link, and I'm going to paste it here. And then I'm going to go in here, free XFX Matrix plugin. If you guys want to speed this up, you can download a plugin for Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome. This is an extension called Scrape Similar. And when you do that, you can just right click, go to Scrape Similar, and you have a list. Now what we're looking for is just free plugins. We're not looking for paid plugins yet. So you want to make sure it says free plugins. So what you guys can do is you can copy to clipboard, you can paste them here, and then you can just remove the stuff that's not free. Most of these I believe are free, so it says free. I think all of them are actually free here, but you have to double check. And what we're doing is we're creating a list of free plugins. Then you can go to this other site here. It says here top 10 free plugins. So we can basically right click. We can go into Scrape Similar, which is an extension, functionality provided by this extension that I told you about called Scrape Similar. We're going to copy that and we're going to do that. Another thing you guys can do, this is one way of doing it. A much better way of doing it is you want to go ahead and create a Google Sheet. Let me show you how to do it. So here I created a brand new Google Sheet, and you can just call it free Final Cut Pro plugins. Okay, we're going to create a resource. Okay, and this is going to be awesome because now you can just paste stuff. So I just pasted it from this page. I'm going to go to that last page that we haven't been to yet. We're going to go in here. I'm going to right click, Scrape Similar. So there's only 4 links, I guess 4 plugins. Yeah, so it's a very, very short list. We're going to copy that and we're going to paste. We're going to delete this, right click, delete row. All right, so now we have what looks to be 14 plugins here. And you can create a longer list. There's lots and lots of results here, but you guys get the point here. You can create 100 free plugins resource. Now, the next thing you guys can do is you can actually go to one of these links here and download the plugins and make them available as files. But, you know, it's a lot of work. And it's really not necessary. So I really don't recommend this method. What I do recommend though is that you create a list of 100 plugins. So let's say we have a whole list. I'm going to go in here. You have all the way to 101, right? Because we're starting at row. This first row is a header row. And now we have 100 plugins, which is easy to find, right? Because if you go back here, you have 15 free plugins. So you can go back here. You can open this up, right? Scroll down, right click, Scrape Similar, copy. It says 15. I don't know why we only get 6. So you have to double check. Then you can go in here and paste, right? So I'm just going to paste here. I'm going to delete this row. And then you guys understand. So now we have like 20 plugins and you can make 50 plugins, 100 plugins. What I recommend is having at least 20 plugins, at least. That should be the minimum. You can go up to 50. You can go up to 100. If you go up to 100, that's awesome. That's going to be an awesome resource. And then what you guys want to do is you want to go in here and you want to hit download as PDF. Okay. And what's that going to give you is going to give you this read-only file with plugins as a resource. The next thing you guys want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to create a document that looks something like this. We're going to call it Video Creator Starter Kit. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And what you guys gonna do is you are gonna say something like your free starter Final Cut Pro plugins are attached. Okay? Now, if they want something extra, remember these free plugins, they're great plugins. But most of the time, if you want more functionality, you want more features, you want it to do more things, you have to pay money. And so here's the best part. It's attached. Okay, you're going to do that. Now what you can do is something like this. If you want more plugins, high quality plugins with more functionality and features, check out these sites. Check out these plugins. Check out the following plugins. So we're going to remove the bold here. We're going to make a list. And then what you guys want to do is a lot of the plugins I talked about, they make free plugins, but they also make paid plugins. So one of the popular sites that creates plugins is called Motion VFX. So it says here, plugins and templates, shop your FCP plugins. FCP stands for Final Cut Pro, which is the app that we're targeting here. And so if you go in here, you can kind of see that actually, they're a big shop. They create a lot of plugins. They have free plugins, but a lot of high quality plugins are paid plugins. And thankfully, they have an affiliate program. You can just go, motionvfx.com/page/affiliate.html, or just Google for it. It's a lot easier. And so you can click here, you can join. You don't need to enter your website. You don't need to be approved. There's no need for Skype calls or anything like that. It's very, very easy. And then you're going to get your affiliate link. You're going to go back here and you can say something like this: join Motion VFX and get high quality plugins for free. All right. And this is going to be a link. Now then you can do something like this. Click here to learn more. Okay. And then you can select it, Command K or Control K, and then paste the link, your affiliate link. Now you can do that for a lot of them, right? And once you have maybe like 5 to 10 offers, it's enough. Now, the other offers are going to be general offers, right? These are general business offers. So you can do something like that: general business offers, okay? And these are going to be offers for starting web hosting, getting a VPN account, things like that. These are going to be applicable to any and all businesses. Whereas these are going to be the offers if somebody is interested in paying for a plugin in order to get more features, functionality, ease of use, as compared to the free plugin. So that way you can promote lots and lots of offers and you can provide a lot of value without giving them plugins. You're just giving them a list. So I have this list right here, and there's a lot of value here because I don't know any list like this on the internet. I never found lists like this. I typically had to search for free plugins, go through different websites, see if they're still free, see if the site is still up, but you're providing a lot of value. And then what you want to do is you want to go in here, you want to go to File, Download as a PDF, and you want to provide these 2 files to people. So you're going to give them links to free plugins and this Video Creator Starter Kit. And then you can promote it using all kinds of methods. You can go on Facebook groups, you can create a video, a YouTube video about how to install a free plugin, and then you can have links below that video. You can go to communities, right? So for instance, if I go back to Google here, you can go in here, Video Creator YouTube communities on Reddit. Reddit has a lot of YouTube. There you go, YouTube communities. You can scroll down, it says YouTube. You can go creator YouTube, creator communities on Reddit. And this is where a lot of people discuss how to make videos, how to do stuff. And this doesn't have to be YouTube. You can say Final Cut Pro Creator Communities on Reddit. There you go. Or you can say something like video editing, right? You can get as specific if you want, but you can also get as general if you want. And I highly recommend just doing everything, right? Because you can go in here. What are some good video editing subs, right? YouTubers, free video editing software, right? You can also do Final Cut plugins community, right? You can do that. Best FCPX plugins, right? This is FCPX, which is Final Cut Pro X or Final Cut Pro 10 community. So you can go in there and you can essentially say, hey, I have a list of 100 free plugins. And everybody's going to be interested. Who is going to say no to that? Who's going to say no to free? And in addition to that, you're going to provide to them your Video Creator Starter Kit, where you're going to have a lot of these offers from all these companies. You can do Motion VFX, a bunch of other companies, and then general business offers. Now you want to format it nicely. You don't want to kind of skimp on it. You want it to be something like this, maybe something like this. I'm just going to make it. Yeah, that looks much better. Something like this. And now you're promoting general offers that they need anyway, but you're also promoting specific offers. All right, guys. So all these free traffic sources, lots of ways to go about it, but above all, you're providing value in a form that was never provided before. I've never seen a list of 100 free plugins all together nicely formatted in Google Docs and Google Sheets. All right, guys. So I really hope you enjoyed this method. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Smash the like button on this video if you've gotten value. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these methods on different topics, different niches, different affiliate marketing programs, etc., etc. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you real soon.